A very good morning to all of you students. So student, we are learning about the history and history is the medieval period of Indian history. The class 7th will explain to you what were the different terms and the conditions and the activities took place in the during the medieval period. So till now student we have learned here from which century the medieval period had been started in our country, and what are different names of country and what were the different kinds of the features took place during the medieval period. It is the introduction of all the chapters in all the incidents, and further you will study step by step all the things. Now there is the one question is how we are learning the history. Like the previous class in the class 6 you have learned the ancient history, and the ancient history especially the source is the archaeological source, because the ancient history the term is referring to the period of the prehistory and the history. So that's why it is not too clear for us, and accordingly we are taking the different sources of history. But student, when the medieval period had been started in our country from the 8th century, so this term is considered when the people started to write and read and if on the different parts. That's why they left the different kinds of sources for us. If we talk about in the term of the ancient period, during we starting from the early humans, so they were not having any kinds of sources, they're not having any kind of the communications means. That's why especially you are focusing the archaeological sources. But in the medieval period, when the people started became the educated and they started different kind of resources, so in class 7th or to know about the medieval history we are having the especially two kind of the sources. The two kind of sources especially strength, one is a literary source and one is the archaeological source. Literary source mean the records, any kind of thing which is written, even though the paper was not invented at that time, but they have written on a different kinds of the tree leaves, different kinds of the mediums, but at least they have left so many things for us to know about the medieval history. That's why student, it is the one kind of the question is arising all times in our mind, how we can learn and how we can get the information about the history. So the answer is different sources. Accordingly the time period we are having the different resources to know about our history. So in to know about the medieval history we are having the especially literary sources and archaeological sources. Okay student, so that's why today we are going to learn about the sources of history to know about the medieval period. Student, you can see one painting, it is showing here a medieval painting. It is showing the procedures of Rajput king. So you can take an idea from this picture. It means till that time the people were too capable to draw the different kinds of the paintings to express their ideas, their views, and whatever the incidents were taking place at the time. By this painting also we can understand how the people are living at that time. You can see the different women are there. It means they were also taking participate. By this picture we can understand the women are having the rights to live openly and to join all kinds of the events for their kings, even though they were not taking the place in the processions. Only the men we can see here. The king was sitting on elephant on a big place, we can see and understand here, and there are the different kinds of the people, those who are flying fan and different one for him. So by this one we can understand how he was living the royal way. The procession was going of a king and how he was living in a royal way. So by this painting student we can understand. So student, my intention to explain you there were different resources to know about medieval history. At the time the people are too capable to express their own ideas and views. They were too capable to write all kinds of the events in their different languages for their king. So today student we are going to learn only the literary sources. Today we are going to learn about the literary sources. What are the literary sources? So literary sources, when any kinds of things, what is the written records, this is known as a literary sources. In the literature form, any in a written records. So they were, what the literary sources were describing to us, which area they were covering. So they were having the different kinds of the subjects. They were writing about the religion, they were writing about the science, they were writing about the astronomy and the medicines. So when I have explained about this picture, so this is only the one example is given here. They were not only writing about their kings, they were, but also they were writing about a different religion, about science field, about the astronomy, about the medicines field. Okay, so in this way, the literary sources is giving the lots of information about the medieval period. If you talk about the literary sources, this we can broadly classify in different two category. Okay, student, you have to understand, we can define, we can classify it, or we can divide this literary source in two category. One is the indigenous source, and this second is the foreign source. Now, what is the meaning of indigenous? Indigenous means when any kind of thing is written by own country people. It means those who are living here only, those who are living in the term of the subcontinent of the India. So they were writing about their own country people. So they, that is known as the indigenous source. And the foreign, you can understand, who came from the abroad, who came from different countries, who traveled to India time to time in different ruling time, their different king ruling time. When they visited to India, so they have wrote about lots about the India, and this is known as the foreign resources. So student, in this way we can understand literary sources divided into two kind. Literary sources were defining about the religion, science, astronomy, the medicine. Literary sources can be divided into two categories, indigenous and the foreign. Indigenous means when the people are writing by their own country people, and foreign resources who came from the foreign countries, who came traveled from different parts of the world, and they wrote about our country people. So in this way we can understand, when the literary sources is writing, I have given the so many field here, different fields. Okay, so by the literary sources trend, we have to understand what the different things we got. We got the idea about the social, the political, economic and cultural conditions of the people. That's why just now I have been explained through this painting. Through this painting, we can understand how the king was living in the royal way at the time. He was wealthy, prosperous. The prosperity of India we can see by this picture. So student, in this way, what were the different kinds of social events at the time? How was the political India affected at the time? Economically, the economic condition of the society at the time, and how culturally the people were affected by each other, how they impressed by each other. This we can understand by these literary sources. So student, in this way we can understand literary sources playing an important part to explain the medieval history, to explain the Indian history. So in this way we can understand. Now you can see the picture here, it is writing the different points, student, and it is explaining the different kinds of the fact, like some of the people they have wrote about the science, some they have wrote about the culture, religion, the different. So now we can understand first of all chronicles. Chronicles mean when there is a some written, especially in a sequence, any kinds of sequun sequence, any kinds of the events in the sequence. This is known as the chronicles. So like Tariq-e-Firoz Shahi by Zia-ud-Brani and Tughlaq-Nama by Amir Khusro is the chronicles. Chronicle, he wrote about the many kind of the incident. Okay, this had been taken place in Delhi Sultanate period, or afterwards the ending of the this all kinds of the things, ending of the medieval period, or all the things. So chronicles, the different kind of writer. Autobiographies, when someone is writing about himself and herself. So Babar's Tuzuk-e Babari and Jahangir's Tuzuk-e Jahangiri. So this is the autobiographies. Sorry, autobiographies means when, okay, autobiography. Then biographies, when someone is writing about the others, like Chandra Bardai's Prithviraj Raso. Prithviraj Raso, about the Prithviraj Chauhan, Chandra Bardai, one of the poet. He was a patron in his court, so he wrote this Chandra Bardai. Gul Badan Begum, he wrote she wrote about the Humayunama. Abul Fazl Aine Akbarin Akbarnama in the court of Akbar. Then account of foreigners, those who came just now I have explained to you. Literary sources can be divided into two portions. So accounts of the foreigner travel like the Ibn Battuta, Abdul Razak, Thomas Rowe, Bernier and Marco Polo. They visited to India and they wrote lot of about the India. Then Farmans. Farman was a royal order and which was issued by the different rulers. Okay, so whenever they have to send, they have to issue any the official order. Nowadays we can say the government order, official order. So that time when any king was giving any the royal orders, it means which is directly come from the king's side, so it is known as the farmans. Then we can understand, student, here folklores, dramas and the stories like the Som Devas Katha Sarita Sagar and other book. Okay, so in this way, student, we can understand about how the literary sources were important to know and write about more and understand about the Indian history, the medieval period. So this other term, student, this also you can understand, which I have included here. Here also you can understand the literary sources, which are the different kinds of manuscripts, stories, poem, biographies. This all were helping to us. Okay, so you can understand. Second, also in this you can understand about the literary source of medieval Indian history, how these things also explained to in different language, Arabic in the Persian language. Okay, Mughal period had been written in the Persian language. So this also you will come to know different kinds of languages. So which kind of reign were there, which kind of king were there, so they were writing different kinds of the things. So we can understand here. The next one also explain you different books which just now I have been explained to you, like the autobiography Tuzuke Babri, Aine Akbari, Akbarnama, Abdul Fazl. Okay, the different, especially in the Mughal Empire, there were the different poets and the authors, the writers, those who wrote more about the Mughal empires. So these all the things is given here for your understanding. You can go through, you can understand during this all the periods were whatever the things I have given to you, this is showing the all explanation and the examples to you. Okay, so now student, this is some short answers today. You have to be understand all the short answers whatever I have sent to you. You have to understand, name some powerful dynasties which emerged in the early medieval period. So this way already I have explained to you in the first part of this chapter, like the Rashtrakuta, Palas, Cholas. Okay, the second question is asking to you, which part of the India does Aryavarta refers to? So Aryavarta refer to the north part of the India where the Aryans were living. Okay, so this is known the Aryavarta. Then epigraphy, this part is not correct actually. This again I have write this answer. So what is epigraphy? So when any kinds of inscriptions, epigraphy inscription is the study of inscriptions or epigraphs as writing. It is the science of identifying graphemes, clarifying their means, classifying their uses according to dates and cultural context, and drawing conclusion about the writing and the writers. Okay, so you can see if you are having some problem, you can take the some zoom one, extend it, and you can understand whatever I have written. So epigraphy is the when any kind of the inscription means when there is a some kinds of on the copper plates and some kinds of wall and temples. So the people were writing, just now I have explained to you, not only the paper, people were living on different kind of sources. Sometimes they were writing on the walls, sometimes they were writing on the temple's wall, copper plates, gold plates, silver one. So these kinds of things is known as the inscriptions, and the study of inscription known as the epigraphy. So this all the things is given here. Question number third is explaining to you, mention one economic development in the medieval period. So what the economic development took place, it is given here. So student, in this way today you have learned about the literary sources, what is the importance of literary sources, in how many kind of literary sources had been divided, and what are the different meanings. This we have today came to know by this painting I have explained to you. And this all the things whatever is given here, by this one also you can understand. Okay, so in this way you can understand here. And downside also the chart from here which I have explained to you, from here also you can understand. So hope so today whatever the literary source I have been explained to you, you will go through, you will understand it. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.